So, if you're new, if you don't know who I am, my name is Loida Velasquez. I have been an agent since 2015, and that's around the time that I started to create content on YouTube. YouTube is not a platform that a lot of agents are taking advantage of. When I got into the business in 2015, one of the reasons that I started to create content was because I found myself wanting to know what it was like to be an agent. And of course, YouTube was the first place that I went to because I figured, maybe someone's already talking about making calls or prospecting or what the day to day activities of a real estate agent were. And I really wasn't finding much. So I took that as an opportunity to pretty much document my journey. Along with that, I wasn't finding a lot of women talking about real estate or sales or prospecting. So again, I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and start putting my journey out there. Hopefully, it helps someone. And here we are, 8 years later. I have grown my account to almost 90,000 subscribers organically. It has brought me so many different opportunities, a lot of clients, a lot of deals, and a lot of credibility and recognition. So, with that being said, I'm just going to get right to it. We're going to talk about how to dominate with YouTube because go ahead and let me know in the comment section who here is ready to start dominating YouTube. Maybe you have a YouTube channel that you have created, but you're like, you know what, I'm not getting any views, or I don't even know what to talk about, or where do I even begin? So, in the next 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to give you jam packed information. And these are all things that I have learned throughout the years through a lot of trial and error. So, let's get started with YouTube. Did you guys know there's more than 2.68 billion active users on YouTube? 2.68 billion. YouTube is one of the platforms that I focus on a lot because it's also the second biggest search engine out there. So first there's Google, then there's YouTube. I don't know about you, but whenever I'm trying to figure something out, whether I want to build something, I want to cook something, I don't know, I have a question, I'll usually go to YouTube to see if someone has a video on that. So YouTube, there's a lot of power in that. There's over 122 million people that visit this site every single day. 122 million people. So, some of the reasons that people go to YouTube are because they want to get educated, they need to solve a problem, or they're looking to get entertained. Just think of the last time that you were on YouTube. What did you go look? What did you go search and see? What did you watch? I know for me, when I started my journey, I wanted to see what it was like to cold call. And perhaps a lot of you that are on this live right now have seen my cold calling videos. So for you, it was something educational. And what's awesome about today's masterclass is that you'll be able to see kind of how I have done my social media and YouTube versus how Luke is doing it on Instagram. Two completely different platforms, two completely different audiences, but we both have had massive success. So, with YouTube or any platform, you have to treat it as a business. Now, this is a great way for you to generate leads. It's not just, oh, it's another platform. I'm going to post here and there. You have to see it as a lead generator because the more that you put into it, the more that you have systems set up, whether it's a phone number, where you want to direct people, the quality of what you're putting out, how you're being intentional with the content that you are creating, it will help you generate more business. So I want you to think and get into that mentality that YouTube and Instagram, these are platforms that are a part of your business. It's not just social media or something else to do. It's a great way for you to generate a lot of business and bring along more clients. So, one of the things that a lot of agents or people in general have trouble with when it comes to YouTube is trying to figure out, you know, what do I even talk about? So, if you're watching this, I would say first you need to identify your audience. Who are you trying to create content for? Is it first time buyers? Is it sellers? Is it buyers? Is it baby boomers? Is it millennials? Is it people that are downsizing, upsizing? You need to be able to define your target audience because once you know exactly who you want to go after, it's going to become so much easier to be able to come up with ideas and create content. So I have on here who, what, when, where, why. So once you have defined your audience, maybe it's agents, maybe it is consumers, homeowners, whoever your audience is, where are they? Where do they hang out? What do they think? These are all little things that you probably haven't even thought of before. But once you really start breaking down, the avatar of your audience, it'll become, again, easier for you to come up with ideas and figure out what it is that you need to be recording, where you need to be doing it. So, as an example, Luke is going to come on here in a couple minutes. He's killing it with new construction and property tours. So he knows his audience is looking for newer construction. So he taps into new construction and creates content specifically for that audience. So for you, maybe it's, homeowners that need to downsize or seniors, whoever your audience is. I want you to think of that. And after today, after this session, write down, who are you trying to go after? What type of client are you trying to attract? And along with that, you have to create this content and analyze it. See if people are interested in it. I like to say at the end of the day, you have to press record and put it out there, because many times we get stuck on this feeling that everything has to be perfect or it has to be edited to the best, that you can do, and lighting and cameras. And at the end of the day, some of my top videos were filmed with an iPhone that was grainy and pixelated. And those are still videos that get thousands of views every single month. So again, for me, my audience is many of you that are watching real estate agents. And what's funny is that when I started to create content on YouTube back in 2015, back then I didn't even know who my audience was going to be. I just knew that I was not finding the content that I needed to get educated on a problem that I was having, which was real estate education for new agents. So as I started to create that content, it naturally morphed into that, to the point that now most of my audience are real estate agents. Now, the great thing about myself and the audience that I have created is that a lot of the business that I do get for real estate happens to be agent to agent referrals. Now, that is something that can happen for you. But if you focus on clients, you're going to get buyers, you're going to get sellers, you're going to get people reaching out to you because they like you, they trust you. Once someone sees you on a screen, it's almost like they feel like they know you, like your best friends, like they know your entire story. I still, to this day, aside from agent to agent referrals, I do get clients reaching out to me. I get people that come across one of my videos and they reach out, they email me, they say, "Hey, Loida, I have this property that I'm looking to sell. I've been watching I've been watching all of your videos and I want you to be my agent." And that's exactly what we want happening for you. But until you start putting yourself out there and you start being consistent, you don't know the potential of the people that you can reach. So, what are some content ideas? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of you are like, I'm creating some videos, but no one's watching them. I'm not getting any views. So, the type of videos that do very well on YouTube are videos just like lists: top 5 places to live in Miami, Florida, or 10 restaurants that you must visit if you are in, I don't know, Wisconsin. Like, list pros and cons, the pros and cons of living in X city, pros and cons of a new construction home versus, an old home or a mobile home in Dallas, Texas. The more specific that you can become with the content that you're creating, it'll reach the right people. Another thing, property tours and neighborhood tours. We can see Luke is doing an amazing job with property tours because people are always interested to see what's new out there. And the next one, relocation information. There's always going to be people that are relocating from one state to another, or maybe one city to another. So if you can provide information or content that answers the questions that they might have in regards to relocating, or what it is like to live in the city that you're at, or moving from, or whatever that is exactly what they want to know. Because again, as I mentioned earlier, people are going on YouTube because they probably have a question that they need answered, they have a problem that they're looking to solve, or they're looking to be entertained. And when you create content, if you can at least do two of those, if you can at least entertain them and provide them valuable content, that's when they start subscribing and reaching out to you. because there's probably a lot of people out there, and I'm pretty sure that many of you have even come across some videos where it's really good content, but the person that's talking is almost like putting you to sleep. And you're like, man, I don't think I can watch this person for another 10 minutes because they're putting me to sleep, or there's just no enthusiasm. So be yourself, be enthusiastic. Make sure that you are portraying the real you. Don't put up a front. Don't think that, oh, well, I got to speak a certain way or stand a certain way. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are yourself, because the moment that you meet with a client or anyone that you end up meeting in person, you want to be congruent in all areas, whether it's in person or online. So, when it comes to the actual YouTube channel, you want to make sure that you set it up correctly. This is a mistake that I see a lot of people make. They start putting out great videos. Maybe they have an editor, maybe they have a great camera and equipment, but their YouTube channel is not set up correctly. So, you want to start with your banner. It should be very clear to whoever comes across your YouTube channel what your channel is about, who you are, or where you're at. It can't be just like a blank, picture of nothing. Because again, people might only have that very first impression. And if your channel is not set up correctly, they might think that you're not consistent, or that you're not serious, or that you're just like another channel. So the banner is extremely important. The about section of your YouTube channel. So if you guys have a YouTube channel, or even right now, if you're in your computer, you can probably pull up your YouTube channel. The about section, you need to make sure that that is filled out. And what do I mean by filled out? On there, it should say who you are, where you're located, what you do, and what type of content people can expect from your channel. So for example, let's say it's Luke. Luke, and I'm gonna pretend to make a YouTube channel for Luke right now on this live. So it would be Luke Jones, Dallas, Texas realtor. If you're looking for property tours of new construction, market updates for the Dallas market, or anything related to relocating from another state to Dallas, Texas, this is the channel for you. Subscribe for blah, 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 blah. What can people expect? This is how you have to have your channel about section filled out. Along with that, any links, maybe it's your phone number. How can people reach you? Your phone number, your email. If you have a Calendly, you want to add it on there, because you have to make it very easy for people to be able to find you and connect with you. If they can't find any of that information, they'll move on to the next agent, because we know that a lot of people are lazy and they're not going to take that extra step to go and look you up. If they can't find it, they're moving on. So you want to make sure that all of that is filled out in your about section. Your links. I believe that YouTube gives you 5 links that you can post on your YouTube channel. You don't have to use all of them. I would say the very first one, so the one at the top, should be the most important of priority of where you want to send people to. So maybe it's your Calendly link for them to set an appointment with you, a Zoom call, or a consultation. Or maybe it's something else, but whatever that is where you want to send people, make that your first link. The description, in every single video, there's the description box, right? Make sure that for every video that you are doing, you have a great description. It's not just one line. Be very descriptive, because that is how YouTube is able to pretty much know, based on keywords, who to send out or shoot out your video to. So the AI that YouTube has, they know what you're saying in your video. So when we have your video and a great description, it's going to help with that, along with a good title, because we all know a title, a thumbnail, and descriptions are key. If people are not clicking on your video, then you're not going to have views or watch time. So YouTube is going to think, oh, well, nobody wants to watch, Loida. No one's clicking on those videos. So you want to make sure that you have a good thumbnail so people are actually clicking on it. But once they're clicking on it, that they're actually staying and watching and not clicking off. So those are some things. The description, make sure that you're filling it out. And also in your videos, use calls to action. So tell people, if you're looking to buy or sell in the next 30 or 60 days, reach out to me. You have to be very intentional with your calls to action so that people know exactly what to do. Because if not, they're going to be watching you thinking that they're just getting entertained like a show. They might not think that you are an actual agent right now. So you want to make it clear, hey, if you're looking to buy or sell in the next 30 days, reach out to me. My information is in the description box below. Next, utilize shorts. Right now, shorts are big. With shorts, though, the thing, if you start creating it, be more general. You can be more general with this because it gets sent to pretty much everybody, not just your subscribers. So, what I have seen happening is that sometimes I will post a short and I won't get any views for like the first 10, 15 minutes. And then out of nowhere, it goes to 500, then 1,000, then 1,500, and so much higher. Here and there, I will get subscribers that do come from shorts. But the thing that you have to be careful about or kind of watch out for when it comes to shorts is that you don't know if those people are going to stick around for the actual content that you provide within your YouTube channel. So, shorts are a great way for you to get views. However, you want to make sure also that it's consistent with the type of content that you're putting out. But shorts can be a little bit more general. And with shorts, over 50 billion daily views. So again, there's so much power in YouTube. And I know that a lot of you that are watching right now are probably like, YouTube, it's one of those platforms, it requires a lot more work. And it might, but you have to be very patient. And this is a platform that any type of content that you create, it can be searchable at any time. I have posted videos from 2014, 2015, 2016 that are still getting views right now and are getting me clients. So years later, your content, it's like it's prospecting for you. While you're asleep, your videos are prospecting for you. Next thing you know, you wake up in the morning, you might have an email of someone that saw one of your videos that's probably located in another state, and they know that, they've gone down the rabbit hole of watching every single video that you have, and now they want to work with you. And that's exactly the kind of effect that you want to have. But in order to get that, you have to be very consistent with actually creating content and posting it out there. Now, with AI, I know that a lot of you are very familiar with ChatGPT. And if you're not, then I'm sure that there's so many videos out there about ChatGPT. But ChatGPT specifically, and I'm bringing this up, I've been able to use that and utilize it for YouTube. And there's so many ways that you can do it as well. So getting video topics. Now there's no excuse as to, oh, Lloyd, I don't have any clue about what type of videos to do. Now you ask, ChatGPT to give me a list of the top 5 reasons that, I don't know, people want to move to XYZ city, and it'll tell you that. And now you can just create that as a video. With ChatGPT, you can also create SEO optimized YouTube descriptions. So if you remember earlier, I said you have to be very good with your descriptions for your videos. So now what you can do is that you can have ChatGPT help you with that description. And also, you can get scripts with good hooks that will captivate your audience. So if you're having trouble, with that first line to captivate people to want to stick around and watch your videos, now leverage AI. Go to ChatGPT, type in some things. It'll shoot you some ideas. Obviously, you can now tweak it to your voice. But the whole point is for you to use resources like this to make your content creation so much easier. Now, here are some of my favorite tools. Like I mentioned, ChatGPT is one, super easy to use. Big View. If you are the type of person that are like, you know what, I need to read a script because I'm not like you, Loida. I can't just talk off the top of my head. Big View is an app. It's available on your phone and also on desktop, where you can simply copy and paste or type in or even ask, because it has an AI incorporated into it, a script. And then it has a teleprompter and you can pretty much read it. And now you have something to take a look at once you're creating videos. vidIQ is a Chrome extension that I use specifically for my YouTube channel. vidIQ helps me with tags. It helps me with video ideas. It helps me be able to see how my videos are performing. That, for the most part, all of these are paid subscription services. Some are free, but vidIQ is one that I use. I have used TubeBuddy in the past, but now I have switched to vidIQ. It also has an AI coach where if you already have an existing YouTube channel, if there's any of you out there that already have a YouTube channel with maybe a couple hundred or thousand subscribers, and you're trying to figure out what you want to improve on, or maybe what videos you need to double down on, or things like that, it has an AI coach incorporated into that. So it's super helpful and useful. Video.ai is also another website that I use for any of my long form content if I want to make it to shorts. So let's say I have a 10-minute video. If I want to repurpose it into shorts, I simply just drag the actual file or just copy and paste the YouTube link into video.ai, and its AI will work to tell me exactly, what pieces of that 10-minute video would be great for shorts. And Fiverr, if you need help with anything in regards to video editing or setting up your channel or anything, Fiverr is always a great resource. So, with that being said, I'm done with my YouTube. I know that that was a lot of information. Thank you for watching. We'll see you another time.